Hello and welcome to another episode of Motors for the Masses, which has not been filmed on the same day as last time. Honest, look, fresh cup of tea and everything. But anyway, today we have another 125 liquid-cooled bike from Zontes, but this time with some Scrambler pizzazz. So let's roll the intro and get cracking. As with the ZT125U, the G1 Scrambler uses the same Euro 5 compliant, water-cooled, single-cylinder, 4-stroke engine, developing 14.5 horsepower, 9.5 pounds-foot of torque, Bosch EFI, and that same 6-speed gearbox. Again, meaning 70 to 75 is the top speed. Okay, we're having to move outside simply because things are happening over there, so I apologise if there is some excessive wind noise. However, I want to continue with this bike. Now, MPG again is around 120, but that is very, very good. That's realistic MPG, not the 157 that they quote in the book. So yeah, for 120 MPG, for a bike that weighs 150 kilos plus the fuel, I think is very, very good. Brakes are again Bosch ABS using a 300mm front disc and a 230mm rear disc. Like the ZTU we did in the last video, you also get upside down forks on the front and monoshock on the rear. Rolling on 17-inch wheels front and back like the ZTU, you've got CST rubber again, 110 on the front, 130 on the back with these semi-knobbly street scrambler tyres. However, this has spoked wheels, but you will notice here that they are tubeless tyres because these spokes go to the outside of the rim here like this, so they don't interfere with the air inside. Just like the BMW, very nice indeed. They look fantastic, very good quality and really, really well built. The spokes are really strong, really big, and I love the way they've done this. Very nice indeed, very BMW. Now, different to the ZTU, this is not keyless. You've got a conventional key, but it does have the cover there if you want to, and then you can just use the key to unlock, stop people shoving chewing gum or glue down your lock or trying to break your lock and steal your bike. That also means you don't get the seat release and you don't get the fuel filler. You get a conventional fuel filler with a key slot. However, they still use this same Phantom 250 dash, but it's all very clean and very nicely done. Now the levers are the same, you've just got covers in there because you've got bar end mirrors instead. Again, like the Zontes 310, the switch gears are backlit and you get the nice red glow. So when I start the bike up, you can see here a nice red glow to the back of the lights. Very nice, very easy to see. I really do like that. You may not get the seat release and you may not get the fuel release, But again, the switch gears are very nice and solid and very well built. The clunks are purposeful and they do what they're supposed to do, and they don't feel flimsy in any way whatsoever. Once again, you've got eco mode and sport mode. Once again, it's pointless, but there you go. Use it if you want. I don't know anybody that would, because on a 125, sport mode is all you want. However, the seat release seems to be very simple. Now, on a scooter, the seat release is usually on the key. On bikes, it's usually you've got to fiddle down here and try and find where the key goes to unlock the seat. Well, on here, it's on the key as well, so just like so. And under here, once again, you get a nice chunky 10 amp hour battery, but because of the design of the battery, it lays flat. It's a gel battery, that's fine, that's what it's supposed to do. But under here, it's all very clean again, like the ZT125U. Everything is nicely laid out. All the wires are nicely laid. Everything does what it's supposed to do. Really pleased with the way it's laid out. Okay, you've got some Chinese writing under here, and that's just a reminder that this is a Chinese-built bike. And it's the only really reminder, because other than that, you wouldn't have a clue. But once again, it just goes to show just how good these Chinese-built bikes are becoming. Very, very impressed. He says as he struggles to get the seat back in. There you go. Wasn't that difficult, was it? Oh, look at that, look. You don't even need to push hard. It just slips right in. Very nice. Love that as well. Look at that, look. Really nice, comfortable gel-style seat. Ooh. Ooh. Sit on that. Shall we see how that feels? Oh wow, that is comfortable. Oh yes, very comfortable. God, I could ride this for a long time. Thoughts are running through my mind. Just thought I'd show you once again, look, so you can see under here. It's all very neat and clean, very nicely laid out. Very good indeed. Yeah, see all the hose, all the wires are nicely covered. Nothing's really exposed. Yeah, really pleased with how that's all laid out in there. Very nice. See if I can get this back in again, shall I? Look at that, look. Straight in there, bam, bosh, in, done. Wow, that's sealed. Oh, I really like that. The exhaust is the same as the ZTU. Sounds the same. Strange that, because it is the same. Slightly darker colour, perhaps. That's about it. Still got a slipper clutch. Everything underneath is exactly the same. Even that nice alloy swing arm. It's very beautifully designed. I love what they've done with these new Zontes. I mean, these look really nice design, very nice, very smooth. And the plastics, I mean, okay, all plastics are a bit flimsy, but these feel nice and thick plastics. They don't feel cheap. These rear foot peg holders, very nice. I love what they've done with this. Even this nice brake pedal on here, and the same with the gear lever, sorry, on the other side. It's all very well built. Even down to like this badge on the tank. Now this is a lovely design. It's a nice machine cut Zontes badge and fits nicely in there. Really just finishes it off. Much better than a sticker. That was better, not better. It works. Now the bike does measure up slightly differently than the ZTU. The ZTU was just over 2 meters long. This is just under 2 meters long, 869 millimeters wide, but I had my doubts about that because I looked at it and thought, no, that's definitely not 869. That's bigger than that. So I got the tape measure out, and it's actually, with the bar ends on and the bar end mirrors, 890 millimeters wide. It's quite a width, but it does have to come in line with these, and we'll come on to that in a minute. However, it is the same height at 1.1 meters tall. Seat height 5 millimeters higher than the ZTU at 795 millimeters, and like I said before, 150 kilos plus the fuel. I love the design of this headlight on this mammoth headlight. I love the layout of these LEDs, and this bracket on here with this nice, again, cut in Zontes badge. Very nice touch on there. Now when you turn the lights on, you've got your daytime running lights, and when you start the bike, this is what you get. So you've got main lights there, then you've got full beam or flash. Now again, like the other Zontes ZTU, I shall put this outside at night so you can see just how good that beam is, because that looks very impressive, and I'd love to see how it works at night. Daytime running lights, main lights, main beam. Ooh. Now you also get the LED indicators, and again, look at this, look. These little grills and covers that go on the indicators. A really nice design. I'm just going to wind you out a bit so you can see them a bit better. See, look at that. It's just a cover with these little plastic fins on, but again, very solid plastic, not cheap, flimsy. And I do like how that is laid over there. Nice little touch. Just sets it off in that scramblery look. Really good looking. On the back here you get this nice wraparound LED light. I love that, nice bar around there. You've got your LED indicators like so, and the brake light is just underneath there. That's nice. So before I reveal what I don't like about this bike, but what can be done about it, let's get it out on the road and see how it performs in the wild. Right, I'm back. So I'll get my gear off as usual and we'll have a chat. So what did I think of the G1 Scrambler? Well, let's start with these tyres. Yes, they are a little bit knobbly, but you don't feel it. Under 5 miles an hour, you do get a sense that there's a couple of knobbles, but that's it. Over 5 miles an hour, you just don't feel it. And when you're riding, cornering, not a problem whatsoever. This seat, unbelievably comfortable. Gel seat, very soft, very forgiving, very nice indeed. Gear change is fantastic. That slipper clutch really does work nicely. It's very smooth, very positive gear change, no chance of a slip at all. Just going to stop for the helicopter for a second. The problem with filming in an industrial area, you get helicopters, you get cars starting, you get horns, you get welding, you get grinding, you get bashing, you get hammering. Try to stay positive. Oh, and talking. How dare people talk? Anyway, yes, so the clock, very easy to read, even in the sun. Very clear, very simple, very easy to read. The levers are lovely. They're really nice designed, ergonomically fantastic, very simple. All the switches, very positive. Everything works very nicely. It's very well balanced. It doesn't feel cumbersome on the road. It feels very light and extremely flickable. I love the way it pulls up. I love the way it rides. I love the way it feels. Initially, of course, we're running it in, so we can't actually thrash it and see how fast it goes, because that just wouldn't be fair on a new engine. So other than that, it's definitely got potential to do the 70 miles an hour, not a problem whatsoever. You get a nice little roar from that exhaust as well, almost like an induction roar. It does sound quite nice. Of course it's a 125 and you still know it's a 125, but it doesn't sound like a typical 125. It sounds a bit throaty. I've got nothing negative to say about it, to be honest. The ride, these bar end mirrors, fantastic. You really can see nicely, completely past your arm. No worries whatsoever about whether you can actually see. Not like the ZT125U last week, where just like the 310, you're doing that to see. Again, I don't know why they don't just extend them by 2 inches. It's all they needed to do. But anyway, we're on the Scrambler today. I've got nothing else to say about it really. I like the way it rides completely. It's very comfortable. It doesn't feel like a 125. It feels bulky, but not in a negative way. It feels bulky in a nice, solid, positive way. I'll forgive that. It's a Mark 1 Escort with a turbo. And just one final thing, the brakes. The brakes are superb. They really do pull up nicely. You can tell it's ABS. I'm going to stop talking now and just crack on with the rest of the video. Very professional. One other thing is just this suspension. It does feel a little bit firm. Not uncomfortable firm, but it's definitely firm. It's not wallowy. I would have expected it to be a little bit softer, but I think that is adjustable down here, so that can probably be sorted out. Other than that, there's no issues with suspension whatsoever. So, like the ZTU, you've still got these with the holes in left and right. This one does say left, that should be on that side, but never mind, we'll worry about that later. They've got slots in here, so it can only go in a certain position. So these should be slightly lower in line with that. So we shall address that later. That will go on that side, and then the slots will line up, so this bar will line up with this. Don't worry about that. Small feature. We'll sort that out later. However, let's get on to the elephant in the room, and it is a bit of a marvellously large elephant, and that is these things. Now, these are crash bars, obviously, which I do quite like, but these look like they came off the Benelli 502C. However, it makes the bike look mammoth. I mean, look at the width of it. Look at that, look. It's almost the same width as the bars, which obviously is how it's designed to be, because then if the bike falls over, it lands on these and not these. But anyway, they're just mammoth. If this was me, I would keep that, chop that off, and then put that on the end. But then I suppose if the bike fell over, this would be useless, although it is protecting the body, and this would fall on the floor. I don't know. I can see what it does, and I can see its purpose, but they're just huge, and they just look odd. Now, you do get these little end caps in here, and when you take the end cap off, you can, with the correct tool, being one of these Allen key things, undo it Now I haven't done this very tight simply for this reason. Undo it and take it off, and I want to see what it looks like with just the bars on. Obviously with just the bars on you would need slightly different screws, but if just the bars were on, that's where it would sit. Or the other alternative, and I'll put that on something that isn't going to scratch it, is to maybe just, again, you would need a slightly different bolt, just the bungs on. I wouldn't mind just the bungs on. I'll put that in so you can't see it for now. That will do. What about that? How does that look? Much better. See, I would be much happier having no bars, just going to move you around the side, and just the crash bungs. That looks much neater, in my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below whether you think it should be with the bars and the crash bungs, or just the bars, or just the crash bungs, or as the last alternative, it's a mammoth bolt. Talk to me yourselves. Come on. There. Nothing at all. The only issue with that is that if the bike falls over, all this gets damaged. Now, say with just that on, look at that look. Now that's quite neat. I really do like that. Very neat. Looks much better, but again, it will protect the body, but it won't protect this. But then that's what these are for. But then obviously that will break. Oh, it's a dilemma. Again, I'm going to move you around the front so you can see what it looks like from the front now. What do you think? Again, let me know in the comment section below which one you think looks better, is more practical, and what would you go for if this was your bike? But the best thing about it is you can change it if you don't like it. So it's not hard and fast. The fact that they're removable very, very easily means you can change it to your tastes. That's what I take from this anyway, and I think that would look nice with just these and without the crash bars. But I do see what the crash bars do, so who knows. But like I say, if you don't like it, change it. It's not a massive drama. For me, it's just a styling issue with a choice. The only other negative I see is this. Now, this is a British style number plate, and these are designed more for Europe or Asia, because with that on there, look, these stick out the bottom. They never think about the UK, do they? It's always about Asia and Europe. So how much is the Scrambler? Well, it is £3,099 on the road with a 2-year parts and labour warranty, so there's just under £3,100. And what I like most about it is, apart from the fact that it's very well built and it feels great and it rides beautifully, there's nothing else out there that's like it. There's nothing this big, this powerful as a 125 and looks this impressive. Perhaps maybe the FB Mondial flat track, but that's more of a modern flat tracker and not really a retro style but modern Scrambler. So I think it's really on its own in the market. If I'm wrong and there's something else out there, 125, that will do it, then please let me know in the comments section below. Again, like the ZT125U, it's got a bike-specific manual with all the details about this actual bike in the manual, not just another Zontes genuine manual. All the pictures and everything else is from this bike specifically. So there you go. So please let us know in the comment section below what you think about this. I absolutely love it. Now, colour-wise, you only get this. It's black, which is not a bad thing because it looks good, but it'd be nice to have maybe one other option. And that is all I've got to say on this bike. If you want to know more about it, or if you want to order one, like before, please see the link in the description below for Lightning Storm Motorcycles, where you can order or buy one of the bikes. Please observe the social distancing if you come down to have a look at it, or if you come to sit on the bike and hear it, then of course please do that, as long as these lockdown laws allow you to. Let's not get into that now. Other than that, please also look in the link description if you would like to support this channel through Patreon or through our Facebook shop for merchandise, hoodies, jackets, hats, watches, key rings, stickers, all that kind of bump, t-shirts, usual stuff. And yeah, so I have nothing more to say. Do you have anything to say? If you do, let me know in the comment section below. Please click the bell, like, subscribe and all that gubbins. And until next time, please ride and drive carefully. But stay safe and have fun, if you can do that at the same time.